Here's the morning line for the autograph show today. This is also a 2-day event, so I'm just going to compile my 2 days into one video here. So we have all kinds of people here this year. We have people from Secret Service, we have authors, we have actors, Patrick Duffy from Dallas down there, Clint Howard, people from the Waltons. Let's go see who else here. She was on the Waltons. Here's Bo Donaldson from Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods. Billy Don't Be a Hero, The Heartbreak Kid. She was in It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart and is actually in a new movie about Jimmy Stewart coming home from serving in the war and making It's a Wonderful Life and how it helped him get through his trauma from the war. So this is a photo of her in the movie. She's been coming here since the Cherry Blossom Festival started. The man in the pink is Gregory Harrison, actor Gregory Harrison. And over here we have the beaver, Jerry Mathers, with a beard. Jerry Mathers has a very interesting story about working on Psycho, not as an actor. But of course he was Beaver. Yeah, he was interested in special effects and got one of the special effects guys on Psycho to let him kind of learn from him, and he helped put the hairs in the mom's head. And of course, the beaver. One of my favorite episodes of Married with Children ever. Now, she was Margaret in the original Dennis the Menace with Jay North, but she was also in a Hitchcock movie, The Birds. She was one of the girls running down the hill. So here she is.
It'll be back.
I know.
And then Clint Howard is the next table over. Very nice guy. I met him yesterday. He's done so many projects, it was almost impossible to pick one photo to have him sign. So we're going to have a book signed. He's charging $50 for an autograph.
Patrick Duffy,
He's right here.
From Dallas, right here in the Ewing living room. Okay, now to do that, you have to see me. Okay, so come see me.
I met Patrick last year. He is extremely friendly, extremely nice.
A hard copy 8x10, and we'll print it out. We'll print it out for you. And then
so you can either get a photo up there on in the living room, or they have an oil baron area over there for photos.
Patrick Duffy or the ladies from Dallas in the living room, in the Ewing living room with Jock Ewing's painting here. Just see me.
There's Patrick Duffy and LiNDA PURL, who are now together. I don't know if they're married yet, but I know during COVID they got together and pretty close now. LiNDA PURL, Jenny Lee Harrison over here. And there's Sheree Wilson from Walker. And over here is Oleson Ingram, Nellie Oleson. She's been here several years. They love having her here. She always does tea for the Laura Ingalls Wilder Museum that everybody always goes to. It always sells out, so she's very popular here at the Cherry Blossom Festival. We have Mimi Gibson, who is in a bunch of Disney stuff. Over here is Tina Cole, was in Hawaiian Eye, and also My Three Sons. There's Stephanie Kramer from Hunter. I used to watch that all the time. Ray Toller over here. He was in, he was the brother that they're going to visit in Home Alone, spend the holidays with. There's Miss Beadle. She's always here every year. She's a fan favorite from Little House on the Prairie. She has some crazy stories. She owned a clothing store in Los Angeles in the 60s, dated Jim Morrison, Charlotte Stewart. Like I said, she does all kinds of cool stuff. She has her book here. She hand makes bags and then sells them here. Hand makes jewelry and ornaments and things like that. So she's always got a really good line of people. And very, very friendly. I bought one of her bags last year for Katie and I. These are the twins that played Little Rose Wilder on Little House. The Steppen twins. Here's GW from the Waltons. And David Harper from the Waltons. There's Judy Norton from the Waltons also. And the woman who played Marcia in the Waltons, Sean Boyd's girlfriend. She just spilled water on herself. Over here is Scout from the original To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, they're all great. This doesn't matter to me.
With Gregory Peck, of course. She mentioned that she would like live with Gregory Peck as they were filming a movie for 5 months. Him and his family. And over here is Timmy from Lassie. He's been here several years. He's very popular here. This is Pam Baird. She was in My Friend Flicka. All right, I got two living legends, Patrick Duffy and LiNDA PURL. I grew up watching you. Patrick, I met you last year and told you that my mom went into labor watching Dallas and then named me Jordan Lee after the character on the show.
Oh my God.
So you've been a very dear part of my life.
Really?
And I just love both of your careers. You guys have done so much, from everything from Happy Days to The Office to, Step by Step. And I was wondering, how did you guys get into the business? How did you break through? And what made you want to be in the business?
Well, I don't think it's that you want to be. I think it's that you have to be. And then you just force your way into it. If you want to be, a lot of times you never are. So it's really not a choice. It's not a calling, sounds too pretentious, but it's the only thing eventually that I ever wanted to do that satisfied me. So you follow it into theater, community theater, whatever, then you hope for the best, and then if the acting gods smile on you, you get an audition that pops you into the public eye, which I got with Atlantis, and which led to Dallas, which led to Step by Step, which led to LiNDA.
It's amazing.
It is, yeah. For nobody's stories are the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, who knows, they meet somebody at a restaurant, or they bump into somebody on a street corner, literally, or it's been a childhood dream for as long as they can remember. My parents were both, they didn't make their living as actors, but they were theatricals. My dad grew up on the road. His mother was a touring actress. My mother was a ballerina. And so the theater was their fun. And I grew up in Japan, very art-centric community or culture. And at that time, in the 60s and 70s, all these Western artists were coming in. So that's what we did. We went to see the Royal Shakespeare Company and the Moscow Art Theater Company and the Bolshoi Ballet. It was just our family glue and fun. So, and then I started working over there as a kid. I spoke the language. I was interested in the arts, and so I started working at 11, and it was just what we did, and it was fun and educative, and it never occurred to me to not do it. So, and then just one thing leads to another, and I started in the theater, and then moved into television and some film, and so that sort of the various disciplines have kind of stayed with me in the course of my career, and grateful for all of it.
Well, that's one of the things I was kind of curious about is you have the love of the art, but along with that comes the fame of being on extremely popular shows. How did you guys deal with that, being on shows that everywhere you go now, you're recognizable to somebody around you?
Well, first of all, I'm going to speak for you, it's a much bigger deal for Patrick. The only place where he could walk through the street and people didn't know was Japan, because Dallas didn't go, and to have that level of world fame is quite extraordinary. Mine is much more journeyman. So, but also I would say that, and then I'll shut up and let you talk. But the fame part is the smallest part of because it's the actual work, it's the friendships, the decades-long friendships now that come out of it, and then the fame is. It's not what we do, that's a byproduct, but it's not actually the living, breathing experience of the work, right?
Okay. You can talk now. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say essentially the same thing, but it's now at our point in our careers. The fame started out as being at the very beginning, oh my God, I can't go anywhere, to, oh, it's wonderful, everybody knows the show. And now it's being able to use your fame for the right reasons. And Linda and I have started a bread company, a sourdough bread company, with a sourdough started that my mother got in Alaska in 1952.
No
but
kidding.
Because of our fame, we are now able to have this bread company nationwide, and we give away 100% of our profits to food-based charities.
Wow.
And it's gone full circle. So the fame now is paying back what we wanted to pay forward.
That's so
eventually.
cool.
So that it's gone full circle. It's called Duffy's Dough, and every time somebody buys a loaf of bread, they are in fact contributing to solving the hunger problem in the United States.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Linda and Patrick, you're both amazing legends in entertainment, and hope you both keep doing new projects.
It's 5 varieties of cake and bake sourdough bread. You did? See, I don't listen. He talks and I don't listen.
And also, I love that you both are so nice. I met you both briefly last year, and you did a talk here about appreciation and gratitude, and I thought that was so amazing because sometimes that gets lost when you have a lot going on in life, and I love that you said that that's something that's near and dear to you, is just making sure you're grateful for everything you...
Every morning, do the grateful walk.
Thank you both.
Thank you.